guys, we're back at Wizard World Chicago Comic Con, and I'm here with Dave Johnson.
Reverend Dave Johnson.
Reverend Dave Johnson.
That's right.
Excuse me.
Got to represent.
Yes, and since we're on that topic, I'm going to ask you about the drink and draw.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, drink and draw social club right here.
And he said it's LA. I need to check it out, so I might just do that.
Yeah, we do it every Thursday in LA, in a downtown Irish pub, and we've been doing it since 2005, and it's kind of grown all over the world. We've got chapters over in Europe, South America,
awesome.
Mexico, and all over the country.
So what do you do? Like, what does it consist of?
Well, basically, I started it to hang out with a group of my friends.
Okay.
And I realized we weren't hanging out enough, and they were.
So clever.
Well, they were both married too, and I knew trying to get them out of the house with their wife's approval, going to a bar once a week, might be a tough sell. But if we were in the bar drawing, and they came home with art, then it's like
it was a win-win situation.
You were drawing, not picking up on other women. So I got to hang out with them. So that was my bonus. So
fun. Well, that sounds awesome. And you said a lot of your good work has come from.
Well, a lot of my art has changed by doing drink and draw. It's opened up my mind to try new things. That's what alcohol does. It frees you up a little bit. So, I mean, we don't call it drunk and draw. We don't get.
Right.
Well, sometimes we do, but usually that's when I stop drawing and just start drinking. But early in the night, it's usually a couple of drinks, a couple of beers.
Right. Sounds like a great time. And I'm also looking at your other artwork that you've brought. Absolutely amazing. I'm so curious, what was your first piece of artwork that you drew that you just knew it was just like?
Oh my God! You mean when I was a kid?
Well,
or?
yeah. Let's say that your first artwork that was just like you loved it.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to trace John Romita Jr., Iron Man with Bob Layton. I was a big Michael Golden and John Byrne fan, and I used to trace those as a kid. And coming up with my own superheroes and things like that. So, it's the standard story of most comic book artists.
So what are you working? Are you working on anything now?
Well, I'm doing covers for their new book called Spaceman. I also work in animation. I did Ben 10 for Cartoon Network. I designed that. But I'm going to be working on a new WB short called Son of Adam.
Fun.
And I'm working on my own animated short called Ibis, and just a lot of covers.
What's that about?
It's so weird. It would be hard to even explain it to you.
Can you kind of give me a little?
Imagine Cthulhu meets Leave It to Beaver.
Okay.
Very weird. Very weird.
Very weird. Wow.
But yeah, just more covers, more Punisher. Punisher. Well, for a little while, more Deadpool. A Nick Fury book, covers for it.
What would you say was your comic inspiration? When you first got started.
Well, I think I said it earlier. Mike Golden was a huge inspiration. He's sitting over there somewhere.
Really?
Yeah. No, he's amazing.
Does he know that?
Oh yeah, no. I tell him all the time. He forces me to tell him all the time. Yeah.
Oh, you're like, take it back a notch.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting now. So you have been working with a pen and paper and drawing as far as that. But now they have, internet, they have Photoshop, paint on the computer.
Yeah.
Is that a different
it's just another tool. People used to complain when airbrush first was developed and are like, oh, that's not real painting. And everything's a tool. I use Photoshop now. I still draw traditionally on paper, but I'll color in Photoshop.
Oh, that's good.
And nowadays they have these things called Cintiqs, which are flat screens. You can adjust them up and down, and you actually draw on the screen.
So does it make it actually easier?
Oh yeah. Well, it's just at that point it's like you're doing it on a piece of paper.
Cool.
So yeah, no,
awesome.
I totally, I'm buying into it. you got to keep up with technology.
Yeah,
I mean, if you don't, you're going to be left behind. And
this is very true.
you know, I'm worried that they're going to change it again because I haven't even figured this one out yet.
Yeah,
you know,
that's so funny. Some of your work is a little graphic. Some of the stuff that you've done is a little graphic.
A little blue.
Tell me why you're a reverend.
Time to time.
What is up with that?
Okay, I'm going to give you the inside of why I became a reverend. Okay. About 20 years ago, a friend of mine was going to send off for the Universal Life Church. You can become a reverend by, back then you had to mail it in. It was before the internet. And he had his reasons, and I was like, really? It costs $10? Yeah, I'll do that, you know, and I sent it off. And then for years, I just didn't even think about it. And then my friend Jim McLaughlin and his future wife needed somebody to marry them. And I was like, well, legally, I'm a legalized reverend.
Okay.
And I married him at Dodger Stadium in front of like 300 people.
Oh, cool.
And from there on out, I was like, you know what? You know, and you know, let's be honest, Dave Johnson, boring name. Reverend Dave Johnson, you're going to remember that. So, you know. But as far as any denomination, I'm a Church of Dave.
Well, you know, you need to make your own show. There's a Reverend Rump. We need a Reverend Dave who's also an artist.
There you go.
Have you thought about that?
I am not TV worthy. I'm surprised I'm even doing this right now.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you, Dave.
Pleasure meeting you too.
And I look forward to seeing more of your work.
All right.
Thank you.